Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Cleveland and we're on Greece. Now if you guys saw T-Bull's video, this is the same match. So I apologize if you guys don't want to rewatch it. That's fine. I wanted to go over some things that I experienced during this match that I think could be pretty entertaining for you guys. Kind of walk you guys through my thought process as well as just reacting to the different things that I was feeling during this match. Because this is a crazy match. Let's get this like not get it twisted here. This is a ridiculously crazy match. But first things first, it's a domination. It's Greece and it's set up in such a way that we have 4 caps. So I'm gonna try to go in immediately and stop people from taking the center cap. Initially, I was hoping that my team would do it, but realizing pretty quickly that nobody was heading into the center, I couldn't let anybody capture center because I know what that ends up being. That is a huge point on this map, and whoever controls the center wins this match 9 times out of 10. The island in the middle of Greece, if you have a ship that is capable of utilizing it, is very, very strategic and very capable of just being absolutely nasty. I've done it in the Yamato, I've done it in various cruisers, and it's a very good map. I really like it. There's a lot of places that you can sneak shots through. But we're going to go up here, we're going to get into the base, and we're going to, at minimum, we're just going to stop the enemy from capturing it. Okay? Our guy is going over and capturing A. At the moment, he appears to be uncontested, so that's a good thing. Now, as you can see, somebody is in B right now, and we've got a Tirpitz off to my left. Now, I don't fire right away at the Tirpitz because I don't want to be detected until I feel like he's engaging somebody else. But now that we're in the base, I'm about to be detected. There, we're inside detection range. Obviously, Tirpitz is looking right at me, and we are going to start dumping on him. Now, initially, I like to start with... Oh, and we take a big hit right there in return from the Tirpitz. But I like to start the engagements with high explosive to set fires, and then I switch over to the AP to get the big hits off of him. Now, the Gneisenau here is just sailing to his death. I don't know why he decided to die as quickly as he did, but it's unfortunate, and it's something that I have to overcome in order to give us the result that we need in this match. Now, I really enjoy the Cleveland. The Cleveland is so freaking good. The only downside to the Cleveland is it is massive. It's a very big target, easy to hit. It has no armor, and it doesn't turn very well. But other than that, it's a fantastic ship. Oh, Spartan. Sounds like a terrible thing. Well, you know. Now, we shoot high explosive initially, we don't get a fire, but he's broadside onto us. Somebody is setting him on fire. I believe it's a Wichita out there. And so we are going to adjust our aim. It takes me a couple shots to really get dialed in because he started slowing down. He's getting ready to start reversing. But you'll see, once I get dialed in with these, we get a lot of penetrations here. Superstructure and then upper side plating here. And we get a lot of damage per salvo. For a light cruiser, only shooting 152mm guns, remember that. But we're getting over 3,000 damage a salvo, easy. And some of them are more than that. We pull up another, what, 3,000, 4,000 damage. And, of course, that one was almost another 4,000 damage. And this one will finish them off. Just showcasing just how good this armor piercing is. You can fire it broadside battleships, no problem. Anything less than that is just death. So, we got an Akatsuki here. And this Akatsuki, I'm not going to lie, I knew he was coming. I saw that he was, like, making a move. But what I was thinking he was doing was he's tired of sitting here not doing anything. He needs to go over and try to help his team. So he's just going to cut through and take off running. So I stopped shooting at the Leon to get ready for a good first salvo against the Akatsuki here. And I was expecting the Akatsuki to just run away, which is why I end up popping my radar here. Now, I do get spotted by the by the enemy Wichita with his radar, but Akatsuki is fully spotting me now, And that first salvo was horrendously inaccurate. That was my bad. I ended up shooting the water instead of shooting him. It's part of the problem with shooting destroyers is sometimes you end up completely whiffing. And it's my fault. It wasn't dispersion or anything like that. That was just my bad aim. I ended up just shooting a little bit low. But we managed to take him out. And because he did that, that allows me to capture this base, which is going to give our team a 3-to-1 advantage. Now here, because of the American light cruiser's ability to fire over islands, I get a pretty good hit here, and we get some nice RNG getting a fire on that Wichita. Of course, he hasn't been hit, so he immediately damage cons it. But I was hoping that these guys, now that I've touched them, would start to push out. But they're not doing it. They're just sitting there. So I can't just sit here and do nothing. So what I do, while I've got the time to do it, is I go ahead and start to reverse and try to get my guns on the Leon. And this is some of the most inaccurate shooting that I've ever done in my life. He's sailing at such a strange angle here that it's very difficult for me to figure out where I need to aim. Now initially it looks like he's a flat broadside, but then he starts turning away slightly. You can see on the mini-map that he is actually angled away from us. And so trying to figure out exactly where I need to aim is difficult. And this is one of the hardest shots for me personally that I just can't seem to get. I aim a little bit further up and a little further back, and it's still just falling a little bit short, giving us no actual hits on this Leon. Then I noticed the mini-map that this Wichita actually was coming out. He's broadside on. I switch over to the armor piercing. Map awareness on small maps especially is key, because anytime somebody gives you these kinds of opportunities, you have to jump on them. You cannot waste opportunities like this. Now, we get a huge first salvo off on the Wichita. That is a huge damage trade that he didn't even hit me with. He fired his guns at somebody else, and we got the drop on him, getting 3 salvos off before he even returns fire. And by that point, it's just a matter of time before my shots hit him and finish him off with another Citadel. This Wichita almost gets horribly wrong. Now, first salvo, absolutely beautiful. Waited for the perfect time to get all the guns on target, and we get 1 Citadel. It's unfortunate that it was only 1, but we took half his health in the first salvo. And then we took a good chunk off of him there. We get another good chunk off of him, and this guy is going to be firing armor piercing at us, which is not preferable because we're a light cruiser, and we can't really angle too well against it. We can a little bit, but you'll see here, I get most of his health gone, and then I'm like, okay, let's switch to HE. But I make a huge mistake here, and this is something that T-Bull didn't notice, and I didn't notice while I was shooting him, is I actually damage saturated this guy's superstructure, which is why once I get that little bit of damage there, I leave this guy with no health left on his superstructure, and you can see I'm just hitting shot after shot on it and getting no damage. If I'd have stayed on armor piercing, I probably would have killed this guy because I'd have probably overpinned the superstructure and got a deck penetration and stuff like that. But because I switched to the HE, I just had nothing to do damage on. Now this guy caught me completely off guard with my pants down. I didn't even know he existed. I had done a pretty good job up to this point of paying attention to the map, knowing where everybody was and who I could shoot, when I could shoot him, and doing a pretty good job. Luckily for me, this Wichita decides that he doesn't understand what armor piercing is and just spams high explosive at me. And so I'm angling, trying to get a decent angle against him, just in case he does decide to switch to armor piercing. I don't want to be flat broadside. And he sets us on fire, which is unfortunate because we just used the damage con thinking that we were out of trouble. We had just used our damage con. But we get very, very lucky. He only sets the 1 fire. We do take him down, giving us our 4th kill of the game. Narrowly missing out on our Kraken because we failed to kill the other Wichita. We almost killed 3 Wichitas back to back to back in this ship, which is a pretty fun feat. Now, Iowa out here, I don't have a lot of health. I have put the fire out, so I don't want to engage the Iowa right now. If I do, I light up, he shoots me, I die. That's how this ends. We can't have that. So what I'm going to do is sail away, give myself time to get my heal back. Once I hit the heal, then I can maybe potentially take a shot. But the Iowa's going to do something here that's going to change my mind. We get the heal started, and I look over, check my teammate, and the Iowa fires his guns. You can see the black smoke right there. He just fired his guns. So now I take shots. I'm lit up, but I'm still moving forward to get behind the island so that I don't stay lit up. and we are going to commence the meltdown of this Iowa. He's the last guy alive. Our team has done pretty well at making sure we have the caps. We had the cap advantages. Now it's tied up caps-wise. But we've got such a ship lead that we still have the points. Plus, at one point, we had 3 caps, so that was giving us extra points as well. Now, we're getting very unlucky here with fires. We do get one there, finally. But we're not going to be able to set another fire. And he's about to start giving us a nice, juicy broadside to shoot at. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you get chances to shoot at broadside battleships with these armor-piercing rounds, you can and will do really, really good, consistent damage. And that is why after this salvo, he just got touched, by the way. Good God. We get our Confederate right there, and we're going to go ahead and switch over to armor-piercing. Watch the chunk damage that we take off of with armor-piercing. Look at that. Easy 5,000 damage. Easy 5,000. And then we hit him again for another 5,000 damage. And he's unfortunately going to burn to death due to the Wichita, narrowly missing out on another chance to get our Kraken. It's unfortunate, but we finished the game with 168,000 damage, 3,929 base XP with 4 kills. We got a Confederate and a high caliber, and we're in a light cruiser. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.